Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
And the vote is 6 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 6 yes, 0 no. That would be sent to council. Okay. Our next resolution is 250160, adoption fiscal year of FY 2026, City of Flint budget. I'll entertain a motion.
Madam Chair,
Go ahead.
I move that we send this to council.
There's a motion on the floor to send this to council. Is there support? Support. It's been moved by the councilwoman in the 2nd Ward, supported by the councilwoman in the 7th Ward to send to council. Is there any discussion? Any discussion?
Madam Chair. Oh,
Miss, I'll get Miss Donahue. Yes, Madam Clerk.
I believe Mr. Pfeiffer
You yield
wanted to
Mr.
speak as
Pfeiffer?
well, but I
I'm
just
sorry,
want to
can't
point
hear.
out that there's at least one amendment that will need to be made to the resolution if there aren't amendments to the budget. But that is just to correct, in the 4th paragraph, the millages
Yeah.
do not match what was just
Okay,
would
All
move to
right.
council. So we would need to amend this resolution to reflect the 18.98
all right.
millages. So I just want to point that out.
Thank you.
And also, procedurally, when you do the budget adoption resolution, you do vote on every amendment, and then we only do a .1 for every amendment that passes.
Okay, thank you. Does everybody understand that? So we won't make it a .1 until every amendment has been made and approved. So is there any discussion in the first round?
So, Madam Chair,
Yes, go ahead.
so we vote to amend, just for clarity, we vote to amend, and then all the amendments,
We'll roll up into a .1.
and then we'll do one final amendment for a .1. So technically, we're voting on the amendments twice?
If I may,
Yes, go ahead.
you're making amendments to the budget, so you'll vote on amendments to the budget. And then, because this resolution reads, it's a resolution to adopt the budget as proposed. If you make amendments to the budget, then the resolution would need to be amended to say, with the following amendments. And then those amendments that you approve would be listed,
Okay.
but it would only be that 1.1. If you don't make any amendments to the budget, then it would go through. But I would have to amend it to reflect that millage correction, so.
Mr. Pfeiffer, you have the floor.
So it's not it's
Oh.
not a, if I make an amendment, do I lose my 5 minutes?
Each amendment is allowed standard discussion.
So each amendment would be basically a new motion? Okay. Then I will, then I guess first and foremost, I'll make the amendment to adjust the changes of the millage. And I so move.
So there's a motion on the floor by the councilwoman in the 8th Ward, supported by the councilwoman in the 7th Ward, to change the millage rate to reflect what was in the add-on number 1. Is there any discussion?
Yes. Madam Chair.
Go ahead.
And just to be clear to public, this is changing the millage amount from 19.1 mils to the new reduced amount of 18.9948. It's a slight reduction we just spoke about in the last discussion item. So that's what this is for. Thank you. I yield.
Any other discussion on this amendment? Any other discussion on this amendment?